Victoria 3 is here, and as I just came back for the grandest land in U4, I'm full of energy and exhausted at the same time to go and play this new game, because Paradox Interactive actually asked me to do a sponsored video to showcase how this game is looking, so maybe based on this you'll decide to buy it or not, of course depending on you. Before we start, remember that you can subscribe to this channel to get notified about all the future videos and obviously support us growing. So when I go and check the new game over here, I'm gonna get different scenarios around which I can play, and from my understanding, depending which scenario I choose, I'm gonna go and get different missions during the game. So it could be just learning the game, taking like economic dominance, a hegemony or egalitarian society. So I think I will go for the economic dominance, where of course they are gonna propose me 4 major countries for it: United States, Great Britain, Ottoman Empire and Brazil, but I want to choose my own country. This country is gonna be France. France is a great power over here, number 2, starting just below the Great Britain, and the whole goal of the gameplay that's obviously I want to do over here is to recreate the most of the French colonial empire. At the start of the game, France has some colonies, like you can see this too in Africa, and a little bit in Algeria, but nothing more than that. We gotta embrace not only the economic hegemony, but also the empire. There we go, economic dominance. For the course of this objective, you'll be given a series of journal entries, so pretty much missions, to embrace the economic hegemony. So you can see as I'm inside the Victoria itself, you probably saw already some stuff on YouTube from Paradox. You're gonna have a lot of choices over here to the parts of the gameplay. And that's mainly, I would say, Victoria is focused on economy and politics, a little bit less on the diplomacy, but diplomacy can be also fun. You can see that I have the politics, budget, buildings, market, military, and then just some smaller stuff here. While on the bottom I have, I think I could say that's some kind of a macro builder, so it's a little bit different than in U4. At the same time, Victoria 3 is using different sources. I wouldn't say it's mana, because it's not like in U4 are getting it monthly, but it's different resources. So it's like bureaucracy, it's mainly used for your colonial affairs, education, taking care of the pops. Then we have authority, that can be used for the state edicts or doing anything in China, like suppressing intelligentsia like we are doing right now. The influence, which is obviously mainly for the diplomacy, and then the money. When you take a look at the money, you can see that I can have a whole overview of the revenue and expenses. Right now we have slightly more revenue than expenses, but what I can do right away is to go and start the new taxes. We are France, we gotta embrace the tax method, and because of that I'm gonna go ahead and make tax on services. Right now I have 43,000 of ducats. You can see that it took my authority down, so to get it higher I'm gonna stop surpassing intelligentsia, because that's something that I don't really need to do. So I'll go to the politics and government. I can fight intelligentsia over here. I can click on the button and stop suppressing. Pretty easy. Right now I have 240 authority. I can go ahead and use over here in the button the political lens, decrease, and I have different bonuses that I can give to one state. So actually I want to encourage the manufacturing industry, so the production, and I'm gonna do that in Ile-de-France, because most of my production is in the capital state. Now to get the bureaucracy higher, I gotta go to buildings and urban, where I be able to find a building that is called government administration. This is the building that is gonna increase the amount of the bureaucracy we're having, and at the same time it's gonna cost us around 1.5 thousand monthly. I'm gonna build one in Ile-de-France, one in Rhône, one Burgundy and one in Orléans, and it's important because you can see that is 10% tax waste that I right now getting, so getting 10% less income from tax because of it. Then as I have a lot of money, I'm gonna go and also build what is called construction sector. Construction sector is pretty much allowing you to build more buildings at the same time. Right now I have 30 construction per week, and the more I get of it, the quicker I'll be getting the new buildings. So let me just go ahead and also start building it in. As its cost is 4,500, I think I'm building it into many provinces. So let me maybe just go ahead and start building that in 3 provinces at start. Going back to the budget, I'm gonna increase the taxation level and I'm gonna decrease the military wages. So this way, I'm gonna increase our money even more. So which means I can probably get even more of construction sector just to make sure we are maximizing our gains. As for research, you know how research works. It's very similar to what we have in many different games. I will go and focus on the production research. So what's important, we can unlock different things like, for example, improve fertilizer, which is gonna let me increase the efficiency of, for example, my farms, because I have the fertilizer for them, and that's working the same with all of the stuff over here. It's gonna improve the quality of our production, so gonna earn more money. About money, by the way, our GDP is right now only 5th in the world. We gotta pump up those numbers. And I right away got a mission to expand our mining industries in Holland. So I'm gonna go to buildings. So I need an iron mine, just like over here. Let me go ahead and build it in Holland then. What's funny, it's showing us a few things, right? What will be profit once I build it, and then what is the productivity of the province. So for example, because if Holland has a huge productivity. And I know why they ask you to get iron, because I have input goods shortages. So if you're lacking some trade goods for your production centers, then you're gonna produce less, so it'll be less effective. So to fix that, we have two ways. You either construct a building that's increasing the amount of this trade good, or you go to the market, trade routes, and you buy these products from the market. So this way, you can see that each product will have very flexible prices changing over the time, depending on the availability and the needs for this one particular gas. So if you're producing a lot of it and using very little, then the price is gonna be super low. But if you're lacking this resource a lot, the price is gonna be far higher, making some of your buildings just less effective. Proposal for trade agreement from Russia. Screw you. What you'll see is that the time is something in between EU4 and HOI4, just like the game is, right? But the time is just each day, but you have morning, evening, afternoon, night, so it's like 4 splits for each day, so the gameplay is going a little bit slower because of that. And the first guarantee of administration fixed. Our bureaucracy, yes, it's slowly fixing, it's 230, so we have 7% of the tax waste. Right now I'm earning even more of the money. So even though I'm spending on this government administration, I'm spending money on that, I'm gaining money because I have a better bureaucracy now. So now with fixed bureaucracy, mostly, I'm earning 120 ducats monthly. Oh boy, guys, I think we are hitting the maximum amount of the reserves that we are having. Look at the assets. Reserves is 10.6 million, which is pretty much the maximum that this is above the maximum. So what I'm doing right now, we need to find a way to spend this money, and to spend this money we just need more construction sectors. I keep increasing the amount of the construction sectors we're having. It's already 52 here. We need more. Okay, yes, let's test it. We have 155 of it now. Let's see how much money I'm gonna spend if I start getting actual buildings. Starting with the mission over here to have a level 4 steel mill. So to build it, I will go to buildings again and urban. And for the steel mills, I will get again efficiency. Oh my god, yeah. Let's just maybe mark, the one that is gonna lose the least. French coast, no, let's go for lower. That's gonna be tough, but I'm gonna try making it efficient. And probably for the steel mill, as we were like really not having enough of iron, I'm also gonna get some more iron miles for this. Yes, there we go. I started spending money on this construction, 200,000 monthly. So right now I'm losing 70,000 monthly. So the goal is, with so many construction buildings right now, need to scale our economy in order to fix this number, because otherwise I'm gonna run out of reserves very quickly. And as I keep building different buildings, the whole balance of the trade goods that I'm having is gonna keep changing. So for example, right now I have a lot of fabric and I have a lot of hardwood and a lot of fertilizer. But once I get this idea for the fertilizer, I'm gonna spend a lot of it, because I have no buy orders and I'm producing it, right? And the same time, I need a lot of iron to make the steel mills work, so we gotta build out of it. It's time for the wood and lodging caps. Just for now, I'm gonna also go and do the new import route and start getting some of it from the British market. So you'll see also that I'm gonna spend my bureaucracy on the trade. Oh yes, the tools are gonna be super efficient in a lot of provinces. So now my queue is really long. It's gonna cost a lot of money, but we gotta pump up this GDP. So look, as right now I have only 500 of cell orders and 2000 buy orders for iron. Its price is on the top floor, it's 70. So if I start importing more of it, let's say from the Austrian and Belgian markets, I lost the bureaucracy, but most importantly, the price should be slowly decreasing as I get more of the cell orders. It's already decreasing, right? It's 1000 cell orders, 66.6, so it's still super high. But let me show you what I have in mind. So if I go to buildings and one of the steel mills, let's say Loire, you'll see that it's so expensive to produce it because both coal and iron are so expensive. The total cost over here is pretty much over 900 and I'm getting only 750 out of it in steel. I have a negative weekly balance, so this steel mill is not effective. This is why I need to decrease the price of iron and coal and increase the price of steel to make it actually work. And to decrease the price of iron, I keep building more and more iron mines. Also, how it works is that I build more and more iron mines, they have their own needs. So if I go to iron mines, you will see that they, on the other hand, will need tools to function. So as I build a lot of iron mines, I also right now am lacking tools, which is also making the price really expensive. So I need to build more of the sources of the tools. So it means I'm tooling workshops, which I'm actually building a lot. My queue keeps increasing to balance everything out. So this is what I had in mind. You can see that the price of iron is already at the level 57. It's still super high, but it's far more useful. Most importantly, GDP keeps increasing, so I'm already number 4 in the world, surpassed Russia. GB, I'm coming after you. Something that I didn't show yet, the map. When I zoom in and out, it's just smoothly getting changed. You can take a look that, oh yeah, for example, right now, Ottomans have a slight issue in a war against Egypt. All of this is occupied by Egypt right now. F for the Ottoman Empire. I'm booming my economy so fast that you can see that money is already fixed. The balance is not as bad as it was, so soon once it goes positive, I'll again build more construction stuff to build more at the same time. But anyway, it's time to start doing something within the diplomacy. Besides building colonies here, you can see it's taking a lot of time. I'll go ahead to the diplomatic lens, declare interest, make sure to declare my interests on these two parts of Africa, and for the diplomatic place I'm gonna go ahead to maybe start declaring some wars. What about taking Tlemcen? You'll see that I will be fighting for sure Algeria and Modena once I try to do so, but there are also potential different countries that might want to fight us, and that would be Great Britain, Spain, Ottoman Empire, Egypt and Morocco, Tunis. Let's see. I'm going to start doing so. So see that the play will start here. Diplomatic play in North Africa. We'll be seeing who is leaning towards its side. So for example, Ottoman Empire is thinking to help them, but I don't think they're in the state to do so. And I'll be seeing the amount of the mobilized battalions that will be doing and getting ready to fight. I can still back down as it's progressing, but for now it is only me versus Algeria. They're leaning towards Algeria, but they're... Oh yes, there we go. We've got Modena supporting Algeria. I don't think that's gonna be enough to do anything. And as this is coming, I'll also need more troops over here to fight it. So I'll go to my military. I'm gonna mobilize a general that is having 60 of units, and I'm gonna ask him to advance the front over here. You see, this is right now being transferred. Once it gets over here, oh, they are almost... Ottoman Empire pissed out Egypt only to join our war. Look at this. Ottoman Empire supporting them now. That means we will need more of the armies. So I'm gonna go for the military, and I'm gonna mobilize my main general with 100 of battalions, and I'll ask him also to push the front line. Now you're gonna have 170 versus 98 of their battalions. You see that also my money stopped dropping. And by the way, I should pay for my military because it's paying part of it, and in a second the whole play restarts. Nobody else is leaning towards Arcadia, so I think we should just scratch the Ottomans, because like if they lost to Egypt, they'll lose to France, right? Yeah, guys, so what happened? As I had so far bigger strength than the enemies, they just backed down. Decided, okay, I don't want to fight you, France, just take it. So, first step in expansion of Africa done, but I'm not done yet. Let me go ahead and do the diplomatic play to conquer a state. Ooh, I can't take Constantine. So what if you try fighting Tunis? Is Tunis guaranteed or protected by someone? I don't think so. So if I try conquering this state, it's gonna be Tunis and Ottoman Empire, and then someone else could join it as well. That could be problematic. What about Morocco? For Morocco it will be easier, so let me try doing so. Let's see, will they back down again? I added 3 claims over here to take from them. And do you fight, or this guy wants to fight? Let's take a look. For now I only sent 70 battalions. So how it works, you will see we have an offense, we have a defense, so both far stronger than them. The amount of the battalions on both of the sides, a percentage advantage, and they're not fighting. They're just right now preparing an active battle. So you see in Victoria 3, the battle system is completely different. A lot of people are crying that it's bad, but I'm really seeing a huge potential in it, because it's so different. By the way, also Algeria is fighting fast, so we'll need more troops here. Let me just activate this small stuff to advance the front here. Because take a look, once the battle starts, see, this is the battle. So it is 8 of our battalions versus 13 from them. Then I'm seeing amount of our offense and the defense, because I'm the one attacking. And the favor of the battle, you can see it's going pretty much in our favor, because just our army quality is so far better. I can still see the amount of battalions and their morale. They're losing them, see, they're losing. And if they lose battle, the battle for which state we are fighting, so in this case the southern one, we're gonna go and occupy this state as soon as we win this battle. And it's gonna be very same over here. We have a smaller battle here which I'm winning, and once I win it, this state here will be in our occupation. And of course our armies keep pushing in both of the parts of the war. By the way, I've built most of the stuff that I needed, so let me just go to the market and see what we still need. We need a lot of furniture, but for furniture we will need also the wood. So what I'll do, I'm gonna go and start building both a lot of the furniture stuff, but for this furniture also the wood stuff, to just make sure both of them are as balanced as possible. Most importantly, how does it look on the steel mill? Is it working as expected, or is it still having issues? It's still having issues. Why is that? The price of iron is huge. The price of coal is lower, but it's still huge. We need to work on that. Let's take a look how is iron now. Yeah, we're still needing a lot of it. And it just increased a lot because it was so low. What happened? Maybe the trade route stopped working? No, the trade route is working. I just have to need to get more of this stuff to make sure it works good. It looks like we are losing the battle, but why is it just 2 versus 26 here? Like, I'm just getting clapped hard. Why is that? See, and I've lost the state. So my army is not that invincible, maybe. But anyway, we are winning here easily. So once I win the frontline Algiers, this army will be automatically moved to this part of Africa. Maybe attack on the mountains or something, I don't know, but I'm winning on the desert now. And here, I think this is gonna be, yes, one more battle? Yeah, I'm just taking everything immediately on this part. And once this province is taken, so we just win this battle. Oh, it's so fast and oh, I love it. So once this is won, you'll see that this guys automatically move here. I have them here now. It's time to... Ooh, it's really tough. I'm winning 6 versus 11. Yeah, just the defense is so trash. I'm getting everything for ourselves. Capitulation. So Algeria capitulated, I assume, on the white piece. I don't know. Anyway, we have to go ahead and kill the rest of Morocco. We still need more of the war score. Oh, they have no defenders on the south, so the south is just going pick. And right now, it's gonna be the last battle. And after this battle, this is it. I assume this is it. So, no, they're still fighting. So this will be it now. Tick. Oh, one more state. It's just so small. Alright, capitulation. So now as they capitulated, I took all of the war goals, so pretty much the north from Morocco, I just left them with this, a bunch of desert and other stuff. Now what we'll see is that our population just did beep, because I did take a new state, and my standard of living just did because the standard of living here is lower, but we're gonna keep increasing that, and same for the GDP is the war economy. Ah yeah, there's unproductive trade route for iron, so let me just stop it and find something better, because we do need iron a lot. So let me just go ahead and import it. Oh, it's not much to import from Prussia. Okay, now with decreased price of iron and coal, you see that we are making money because of the price of steel went poof. As I'm making now money, yes, it's time to get more construction sector buildings. Fun thing is that East India Company has higher amount of the GDP than Great Britain, which we are gonna catch up very soon. Literacy is also increasing its 24th worldwide. We need to improve it. What is affecting, from my understanding, is the cap of innovation. So how quickly you can get the ideas and how much of the innovation we're getting, because this is the cap. How much of the innovation we're getting is based on mainly the universities. So I don't go ahead and do the buildings. Development? Nope. Urban University. Let me go ahead and start building universities in Ile-de-France and Rhône. This of course costs money, but it's absolute worth to get the ideas faster than your potential enemies. And it's something I keep learning in this game, remember that. So when I'm looking at the price of iron, right? I don't only see the amount of the sell and buy orders, but I can also see from where they're coming. So for example, I'm producing it in the iron mines, and I'm getting it from the trade routes. And where I'm paying it? Construction sector. I didn't know that. That's why I lacked it so much, because I boosted my construction sector at the very start, so I lacked iron. With improved fertilizer unlocked, I can go right now to buildings, ruler, and you see that for each type of the building I have some options over here, like how I produce it. I can do it for all of the wheat farms, it's 445 of them, like... Oh, I'm producing so much grain, boys. Or I can do it manually for each one of them. But no, I'm gonna go for here. And you see that I can do simple farming. I can do soil enriching farming. Here you can see it's gonna be a predicted impact if I change it on weekly balance with 55,000. But if I go for the fertilizers, you see it's 135,000 difference. We can right now go ahead to market and see how much fertilizers we are lacking. That's what I expected. So... the price just skyrockets. Once I get the fertilizer, the farms are gonna be so much more effective than they were. So let me buy it from these two routes, and then what I'll do, I'm gonna go and start building a lot of chemical plants to support it. You can also see now how like my GDP just beep increase right away, but it's one small change. I just need to introduce it. But now I also need a lot of fertilizer, because otherwise these wheat farms, they're gonna have a big problem without help. And they are already losing a lot of money. I need fertilizer now. Yeah, we are already number 2 GDP. Chink is gonna be far harder. It's not like just tiny Great Britain, Russia, or East India Company. Chink is having 100 million more GDP than us. Yeah, I think with all of these buildings, our balance is kinda cruising now as well, which means, yes, you're right, it's time for more construction sector. You can see I increased my weekly innovation to 90, which means I still have some space to get it to max, just to make sure I'm maximizing the gains here. Oh no, guys, chemical plants need iron. As for sulfur, that might be a problem, because I don't think I'm producing any of it. So let's make sure I'm doing so. And obviously, as always, iron, and more iron. How's actually... we have positive iron just for a while, because when I finish all of these chemical plants, it's not gonna be positive at all. Let's start building more of these beauties. And steel mills are right now stonk, right? Because this price is low. This price is still fairly high. This price is super high. You can just beautifully see how it works. As I build tons of chemical plants, they're producing more and more of fertilizer. So I have a better balance of the sell and buy orders, so its price just keeps decreasing. So if you come back to buildings and we open any wheat farm, is absolute stonks with these modifiers, with these prices, and of course with this productivity. that we got thanks to the fertilizer. I think for this campaign, I want to achieve few things. First of all, keeps expanding the colonial empire, right? Second of all, make the first GDP in the world, and third of all, make at least top 5, top 10 GDP per capita. Right now we're probably not even close to top 10. So can also play around. I can see harvesting tools is gonna also increase the income, but not as much. And we could play around with a lot of stuff like this to make smaller or bigger changes to increase the efficiency. So when we go to luxury tools, you see the precision tools is gonna increase the substitution a lot. The thing is, we will need more tools. So once I click this, let me show you how it works. Let's see, we are missing 677 tools now. So if I go ahead and improve this building here, first of all, my GDP just increased by just 4 million out of nowhere. I can see the spike. And then it dropped right away because my industrialized, this loser doesn't have any tools. So take a look, right now we're missing 1.1 thousand tools. So what I have to do, are we selling it in the trade routes? No, let's just protect it. I have to import it from somewhere. Ooh, there's not much to import. So I just have to build my own tooling workshops. And once I build these tooling workshops, the GDP will increase again because all of my furniture manufacturers will regain its quality. Remember my starting balance, within just 8 years, this is already 608,000. This keeps increasing as well, but it's good, right? I think this colony keeps increasing, it wasn't as big, and it's moving. It's right now 478 days to get farther. And same for this, because you see, I'm colonizing here, and here I'm colonizing here. The colonies are actually slowly moving towards the continent. Also, now take a look that I fixed the issue with the tools. The price decreased a lot. So if I go ahead and take a look at one of the furniture manufacturers, you'll see that they are just embracing the stocks. Productivity is to the sky, while the amount of the weekly balance is really great. My economy is just booming, as I promised you. 99.9, make it, it dropped, okay, we get to 100. Anyway, talking about Africa, we need more to embrace the colonial empire. So let me go for the diplomatic play, conquer state, and I'm gonna go ahead and take Ghana. Nobody should care, right? Let's see. I've sent 100 battalions to make sure that they're just gonna concede without fighting. And they want to fight. I mean, what we can do, it's 110 versus 37 battalions. Not to talk about your quality. They have 64 offense, they have 18 defense. This leader has surprise maneuver, which is morale damage. I have no idea how it works. Why they have an army defense 20, it changes nothing. It's 14 versus 26 regiments, and they're just getting completely trashed to the ground. So as I told you earlier, this is a huge potential, this war system. It's not like you have no impact on how they're fighting. You have impact by choosing, the right leaders, by choosing the leaders with the right bonuses and right amount of the battalions to go, and choose to which front to push. There goes one, and yeah, I think the war will be super quick. I need to speed up the whole conquest stuff. So let me go ahead. Like, why don't I try? I already connected my lands here, but what if I connect these two lands together? But I can't attack Congo Mossi, because as they are uncolored, I believe they are like some kind of nation that I cannot attack as of now. Just let's take a look. Diplomatic action, conquer state. Here you can see they are decentralized nations. I cannot find them yet. But it doesn't mean I cannot go ahead and fight Futatoro. Oh, look at the furniture, mechanized workshops, so much more production. But for this we'll need far more wood and far more tools. So I assume this will not look too good. No, actually tools is good. This is actually looking not that bad. Maybe except the grain, we need more grain. My amount of revenue is increasing so fast, I'm not fast enough to keep it spending. I'm getting more and more construction buildings, but it's still not enough. What's important about conquering Africa, besides roleplay itself, are resources. There are tons of resources that we don't have in France. that will be possible to get in these provinces. How much construction started with? 40? I think this France is right now absolute monster. Maybe I'm losing money on this. It's absolutely worth it, just building so much. The amount of the money that we are getting is gonna increase very fast. Same as our GDP, and we are really close to Qing now. I think there's a huge war in Europe being prepared. It's gonna be Prussia with Saxony and Hohenzollern versus Brunswick, supported by Russia and Austria. And guys, they are fighting. This war is ongoing now. We are rooting for Russia, I think, but probably Prussian cult is gonna win that. It's crazy. Brunswick side has 488 mobilized battalions. Prussia's 260, and for the losers already 100,000 on the other side and 70,000 on the Prussian side. We have the cost of war. It costs them 1.4 million currently. So far, Prussia is pushing both Austria and Russia. This is just gonna be such a cool war. Well, it's getting more interesting because Russia is right now pushing Prussia. Well, Prussia, I think they are keeping the ground in Austria. This is the African war. You can see we're gonna fight 1, 2, 3, 4 front lines at once. Some of them easy, like this one, like all of them are actually easy. The hardest injury are this one, but no, it's like 190-ish% because our army quality is just so good. Of course, compared to them, it's just gonna be so easy. We just unlocked a water tube and condensing engine. Oh, that's something that we should go and try. So if I go ahead, let's say to the tooling workshops, there's a water tube boiler. Oh yes, it's gonna cost us more coal, but we should have enough of it. And yeah, it's here. It's, for example, not worth it. Ooh, this is absolutely not worth it at all. This. I assume we'll need more coal soon. And same here, the coal mine. Speaking of which, 21,000, just more production for the cost of a little bit more of the tools. This small change just peaked our GDP so quickly that our GDP per capita is already number 8 worldwide. Look, Italy is looking so beautiful. It is looking so beautiful that I'm actually thinking about going ahead and conquering Tunis. From Tunis, but Ottoman Empire and Italy wants to help both of them. So you know what, let me just go first to buildings, development, and build more of the barracks, more like in Europe. So this way we're gonna have even more of the troops to fight with these boys around here. Oh boy, Prussia is having pure fun in this war, I believe. Let's take a look how many losses they already did over here. So far, 400,000 Prussians died and over 500,000 of their enemies. I will start with 327 battalions of regular army. For now, conscripts should not be useful, right? And we're gonna push for the Alpines. It's gonna be probably tough. Push through Corsica and push through Africa. Ottomans are busy anyway, getting their ass kicked by Wallachia? That is an interesting turn of action. I mean, yeah, sure. Officially it's a war against Ottoman Empire, where I think we should be easily able to push Tunis, but there will be more issues in this other 2 front lines. So let's take a look how it will be looking for us, because the first battles are starting now. Here, yeah, of course, easy win. In Corsica, I think we're also winning. Why? In Italy, we might be getting our ass kicked. We have less offense than they have of defense. Ooh, Mr. Zlewikk. Okay, this is fine. At least here we are winning. Here we are just demolishing them. Let's see, can I get the island? Can I get the islands? Come on, just win here. Please get the island. Alrighty. Oh, just this little bit is gonna be a slow push. Why here, yeah, here it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough, but we have doubled their battalions, so long term they should have no chance. I'm losing 144,000 monthly, but this is all fine, yes, this is all fine. Wait a second. I think I won the battle here after all, because look, I'm occupying this. This is nice, and I'm pushing right now for this part where I'm also winning. Why here in, yeah, on the island I have some issues on the other end. This is interesting. Can I extend the tide? I don't think so. And in Tunis, yeah, in Tunis I'm gonna get whole Tunis in a second. In Italy, oh, this front line split on two. So look, they have just 2 battalions on the south. They're gonna be absolutely demolished. So I'm gonna push from the south, while on the north it's gonna be also even. And no, Italians, yeah, the quality of Italians is not too well. It's not too well, guys. Unless they fight on the island like here, but no, it's also not too well already. Ooh, I'm losing far more. 140,000. Oh, maybe it's attrition. Oh, I'm getting attrition as hell. Oh my god, I'm playing it so badly. Well, maybe not that badly. If you take a look what is happening to Italy, I mean, it's pretty well, because I'm keeping all of their battalions on the north busy. While here they have nothing. This is just a blitzkrieg. Yeah, now they move battalions from the north here, so this is gonna be a new front line. But at this point, I don't think they're gonna have any chance of defending here. In the meantime, we got our standard of living higher, making it middling instead of struggling. Keeps increasing, we are already 16th worldwide. Same as with literacy, we are 13th worldwide, but it's increasing. And for the GDP, of course, we are the first one already. Chink is not even close. While for the GDP per capita, we are number 6, and above us just Van Diemen's Land, New Brunswick, Krakow, Lippe, Western Australia, so only just pretty much colonial nations. Where is there a new war between Prussia and Russia? Of course there is. The previous one ended with Prussians winning, and now Prussia is attacking Anhalt, and Russia will be always against them. Capitulation from Italy. Goodbye, Mr. Italy. Right now we have to get the Ottomans out of this war somehow. With Tunis, our borders just getting better, same as here with colonization. We just need a little bit more to make this absolutely perfect. Looks like United States just cut me off from connecting my lands together here with the colonies. So why don't we go and try declaring a war of them? I mean, that's gonna be them plus Spain. Sounds like an easy war. Looks like Spain changed their mind. They do not want to protect United States anymore. So it's gonna be pure African war for over here. They are sending more troops. I'm sending more troops. And I think this should be more or less easy for us to push them. Here I'll need a little bit more. So let me just go ahead and mobilize one more 70k. I'm gonna lose a lot to attrition again. Full-blown war. I got this state right away, and the guys are moving here instead of fighting here, so I need one more guy. Let's get this boy here. No, never mind. These guys they were just late. Can I cancel these boys? Yeah, you just stand by. I think it should be all good with this push. We're gonna blitzkrieg United States, it seems like, because they weren't ready for the war with our mighty nation at all. Yeah, they got far more troops here right now, but I'm still outnumbering them, not to mention our superior army quality. What? How did they get 375 battalions here? How much? How they have 500 battalions in total? It's problematic, guys. This war might be harder than we predicted. I mean, there's this guy's idle. Let's send him to this front line instead. Okay, guys. Now, with all of pretty much of the columns being occupied, it's changed to one big front line. Just stay right here. Where they have actually more of the regiments than us, the battalions. But it seems that we are slowly winning that. I don't know how it works. I'm not sure. I'm still learning, right? Some of my battalions are offensive, some of them are defensive, because they came from the 2 different battles. I mean, right now it's working, so let's just keep it this way. And at last, a war when my enemy has more losses. I have mostly, 7,000 in battles. They've lost also 7,000 in battles. Everything is just African attrition, so many battalions. And I believe this might be the final battle of this war, if we manage to win that, because right now we are losing it. Come on. Look at the offense versus defense. How are we even considering losing this battle? No, never mind. We're just winning it. We're just winning it. Or maybe it will change the tide again. No, they are out of battalions. GG. No, come on. Win it. Now. Thank you so much. We've pushed them. No. Why? No. These automatic changes to front lines are just too bad. Just too bad. Let's change this, boys. So you can push here, you can push here. We need to organize this front line. This is it, guys. We push them entirely. All of their 500 battalions, they have 440,000 losses so far, mainly attrition. And soon they will accept my peace deal offer. There we go. Fixed borders slightly. It could still be better. Well, at least right now we have already 45 million population, which is number 4 worldwide. And I think, guys, this is gonna be the perfect moment to finish this video of the victory. We really have a lot of content, you know. I tried to explain to you as many mechanics as possible. I still didn't touch a lot of them, and at the same time have fun and content for you. So guys, if you do enjoy Victoria 3, or at least watching it, remember to leave a like on this video, because if you hit 1000 likes, I'm gonna do part 2 of my French campaign. For today, thank you so much for watching. Remember that you can use the link from the pinned comment and the video description to go and buy and download Victoria 3 by yourself and enjoy this beautiful, I would say, economic simulator. So thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you very, very soon.